there continues to be more and more specialized areas to focus on that larger insurers are shying away from for one reason or the other.
Right.
And there continues to be, special underwriters that feel like it's time to bet on themselves, right?
Yeah.
And I think the more we can build sort of that nitty-gritty, deep knowledge in particular risks, the better it'll be for the entire industry.
Welcome to 5 Minutes, your quick dive into the wide-ranging world of insurance, technology, and leadership. I'm Miguel Edwards, and I'll be your guide as we explore these topics that are transforming not just the insurance industry, but the business world at large. Along with sharing observations I've made over the span of my career in insurance, technology, and operations, I'll be chatting with some of the brightest minds in business and leadership. Whether you're a seasoned executive or a rising star, an industry expert, or just curious about how technology is revolutionizing insurance, this is your perfect spot for your weekly dose of insights. This is 5 Minutes.
All right, hey, TJ Olonilua, how are you, man?
Hey, Miguel, how are you?
Yeah, good deal with Accelerant. You know, one of the things that we've been talking a lot about on the carrier and the MGA side is what does a carrier, what does a capacity provider do to really make themselves attractive to create such an amazing network of MGA partners? What is the value prop there?
Yeah, so Accelerant specifically, I think we do a number of things differently than the rest of the market. So we are a risk exchange. Okay. What that means is we're not only placing insurance risks on our balance sheet, we're actually connected to 97 other risk capital partners.
Okay.
So one thing that allows us to do is really be open to the market of MGAs and find a place for them to go to. And they only have to deal with one capacity provider, that's us.
Right.
While we deal with the rest of the stuff they would normally have to deal with the 97 others.
Got it.
And then on top of that, we're building data platforms, we're buying data sources that they can use, we're building a marketplace, for instance. So building a lot of ancillary services that hopefully will make their lives easier, allow them to focus on profitable underwriting.
I love that. Let's talk a little bit about that marketplace, because you and I inked the deal not too long ago.
Yep.
And it actually, it's the first I've ever heard of that, kind of purveying, if you will, services for your partners. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the strategy started before I joined, but I actually came from an MGA myself. Okay. And we were venture backed and everything, so we had a little bit of runway, but I felt the pain of trying to find the right vendors, how much time it took, how much making the wrong decision cost us and time and money and all those things. And so I think one of the main ethos of the marketplace is to save people time.
Sure.
Have a level of pre-vetting we've done of the partners we bring on, and hopefully, again, it's that support the entrepreneur. They're good at profitably underwriting whatever business they do.
Yep.
And if we can sort of take other things off their plate, the better.
I love it. Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about some of the needs that you see from your partners and the things you're looking for out in the market to fill those needs.
Yeah, so it's everything from core systems. Again, sometimes we have startup MGAs that haven't built anything or they're still on Excel or whatever. So core systems that serve the small guy to core systems that serve the largest MGAs. And I think MGAs are very specific because they have a different economic profile than carriers, so they need a different tech stack.
Yep.
So it's really finding applicable tools, technologies, even services, right? So accounting services, legal services.
Sure.
We will bring anything that we feel will deliver value to the MGAs onto the marketplace.
Yeah. No, you're right on. I'll tell you, TJ, and forgive me because I'm gonna do a little selling, but I met you through my relationship with Mark Ardella at Certus, and you talk about the nuance of the needs of MGAs, and one of the things that I've talked a lot about with Mark is for example a very MGA specific approach to leveraging AI, right? Because that approach on the carrier side looks a heck of a lot different, and everybody obviously wants to go for big carrier dollars, right? But I saw a need to be able to really kind of talk to Mark about how he and his MGA could literally find 90-day, 120-day pathways to leveraging AI to have a real difference in the business. So kind of I talk about that and I say to myself, like, how many offerings are you finding out in the market that are MGA specific, that understand the nuances and the constraints that exist? Yeah,
I think everyone knows the MGA market has exploded. Everyone knows, if you view it as the total market, the TAM, if you want to use the consulting terms, there's a reason to play in that space, right?
Yeah.
I understand why some vendors want to go enterprise, fewer clients, more money, but I think those that really crack the nut of the MGA have, unlimited runway or unlimited opportunity. So we are seeing a lot of people that are focusing on that space.
Good.
Building their technology for the small guy, or the medium guy, whatever you want to call him. And I think we're finding success there.
Good. What's in your crystal ball, TJ, for the MGA space? I mean, I'm just blown away. Interestingly enough, 25 years ago, my entry point to the insurance industry was program business. Yeah. And there was nowhere near as much focus on MGAs as there is now. Mm-hmm. What's your crystal ball show for the next 5 years? Does it continue to grow?
Absolutely. I think it continues to grow. I think, there continues to be more and more specialized areas to focus on that larger insurers are shying away from for one reason or the other.
Right.
And there continues to be special underwriters that feel like it's time to bet on themselves, right?
Yeah.
And I think the more we can build sort of that nitty-gritty, deep knowledge in particular risks, the better it'll be for the entire industry. Yeah. And I think for us, with our risk exchange, one of the benefits of it is that, a traditional carrier might have all their underwriting in-house, this, that, and the other in-house. What we're doing is actually connecting with the guys who know better than any underwriter. Okay, tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
Who know as well as any other writers we could have hired, right? So, they're making our loss ratios look good, and I only see that continuing to be the reason.
You hit on something interesting, because I've actually been talking to a number of folks here who have developed, and MGAs who have developed these really sophisticated risk models that really are they are addressing this need that the traditional risk modeling doesn't address, these kind of static spreadsheeting type of things based off of prior loss experience, where the future does not actually even look anything like the past, right? And so one of the challenges I think I've heard is being able to take these new sophisticated risk models and these scoring models and try to talk to carriers about how nuanced, how they operate, and then struggling to find capacity as a result. Right. Sounds to me like Accelerant's kind of more open to, right?
I think that's what we want. That's what we appreciate about our MGAs. We hope they come to us with that level of curiosity and desire to find new data and build new models. And of course, we want to do our due diligence and make sure that we believe in it too. But I think that is the strength of the small MGA, medium MGAs that. Those, especially those that are really data centric and building new models. I think that's only a benefit to us, for sure.
I love it. Let me ask you a personal question, man. Sure. How the heck did you get into the insurance industry? Did you plan it?
So I'm one of those weirdos who studied actuarial science in college. So I'm like the only person who didn't fall. I mean, I would still say I fell into it. Yeah. My parents and I always joked that we looked at the the ranking of U.S. World and News Report careers, and actuary was up there. And I was like, I'm good at math. Okay, I'll do that. Entire career has been in the insurance industry. I'd say what's unique about my career is that I started at NFP. They're now bought by Aon, but started in their life department as an actuarial analyst. Moved to realized I didn't want to be an actuary forever, or at least I thought I did. Right. Made an early call there, and then moved more to like biz dev and program management, product management on the corporate benefits side. And then I've been at Liberty Mutual, which was a traditional carrier, and then most recently before Accelerant, I was running a crypto-focused insurtech MGA, which was a completely other side of the business I've never seen. So it's helped me sort of piece the whole thing together. Like Accelerant itself is a challenging business to understand for a lot of people. I spend a lot of my time here at ITC explaining exactly what we are. They're a risk exchange, but you're a carrier, but you're so I always say we're doing the Insurance 901 PhD level.
Got it. Yeah,
insurance at Accelerant.
I love it. I have a really bad joke brewing, TJ.
Let's go.
It's like you make an awful lot of eye contact for an actuary, dude. That's it. I can imagine the comments.
That's exactly what they told me. They were like, "You don't seem like an actuary." I was like, "Maybe you're right."
I absolutely love it. Yeah. TJ, so great. I'm glad I ran into you, man.
Likewise, man.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.